My job is to find missing people. After this case, I've never been the same. I don't do the cheating spouse or insurance fraud stuff. I'm the guy you call when the police give up and the trail is cold. 12 years of doing this, and I thought I'd seen the worst of humanity. But I realized pretty recently that I wasn't scared of the right things. About 2 months ago, I got a call from a couple in a high-end apartment complex in the city. Their 6-year-old son, Leo, had just vanished. No forced entry, no security footage of him leaving the building, and the front door was deadbolted from the inside. The cops were stumped. They started looking at the parents, but I've been around enough grief to know the difference between guilty and shattered. These people were shattered. I spent 3 days living in that apartment, basically staring at the walls. I'm a big believer that houses have a rhythm, and if you sit still long enough, you'll hear when something is off. On the third night, around 3 a.m., the building got deathly quiet. That's when I heard it. It wasn't a scream or a cry. It was a dry sliding sound, like a heavy winter coat being dragged across a floor. It was coming from inside the master bedroom closet. I checked the closet. It was empty. But when I pressed my ear to the back wall, I didn't hear the neighbor's TV. I heard breathing. Not kid breathing. Deep, wet, rattled breathing. I found a hidden seam in the wood paneling. It wasn't a professional secret door. It was a jagged, DIY hack job hidden behind the hanging suits. I grabbed my tactical light and squeezed through. The space inside was a dead zone in the building's architecture, a gap between the elevator shaft and the main apartments. It was barely 2 feet wide and pitch black. I followed the smell. It smelled like copper and unwashed skin. About 20 feet down the crawl space, my light hit a pair of small blue pajamas. It was Leo. He was tucked into a little nook, staring at the wall. I rushed over, shaking, and checked his pulse. He was alive, just heavily drugged. I went to pick him up, but my flashlight slipped and panned across the back of the shaft. The wall was covered in Polaroids, hundreds of them. My heart dropped into my stomach when I looked closer. They weren't just random people. They were photos of the investigation. There was a photo of the lead detective, a photo of Leo's mom crying on the balcony, and then I saw a stack of photos of me. There was a shot of me entering the apartment, a shot of me drinking coffee in the kitchen, and the last one, the one that made the hair on my neck stand up, was a photo of me from 10 minutes ago, sitting on the floor of Leo's room, staring at the closet door. The person taking the photos wasn't gone. They were in the gap with me. I grabbed Leo and kicked my way through the drywall of the nearest room, which turned out to be the neighbor's nursery, screaming for help. The police tore that building apart. They found a nest in the basement crawl space with enough canned food and water to last months. The guy had been moving through the walls like a ghost, watching every single family in that 40-unit building through the vents and DIY peepholes. They never caught him. He had a bolt hole that led into the subway tunnels. I don't do missing persons cases anymore. I moved to a cabin in the woods. People tell me it's creepy out here alone, but they don't get it. Out here, if something is moving in the dark, I can hear it coming from a mile away. In the city, he's probably still there, sitting 6 inches away from someone on the other side of a piece of drywall, waiting for the room to get quiet.